What's up YouTube, it's Brendan from Tattooing 101, and today I'm going to break down how to use white ink with your tattoos. This is something that I see a lot of new people and new tattoo artists kind of mess up, so I wanted to make a video specifically explaining all the steps to do white ink. If you're new to this channel, make sure you like and subscribe down below so you can keep up to date on all the new tattoo related stuff I make for you guys each week. So with that being said, white ink could be really hard to learn how to tattoo with. I see a lot of people trying to fill in solid areas with white, and through healing, depending on skin tones, all of those things could heal up really terribly or almost have a yellow tint to it. So you have to be really, really careful whenever you are using white ink. The best thing I could explain to do if you're doing a tattoo that has a really bright white part of the whole design is going to be make the background dark. What that's going to do is, even if you don't have the white ink stay super white, you know, if it does fade a little bit, it'll still pop out because of that dark background. You'll see a lot of really good artists out there that are doing a solid white tattoo, or, you know, a specific character that is white. You know, they're doing a cartoon character like Baymax from Big Hero 6. You know, he's a white character, so you'd have to add a lot of white to that. So you would put a really dark background behind that to make it pop, so if any of that fades out, it's still going to make a great tattoo. The biggest thing I see as well with overusing white is really trying to saturate it, and you can't really tell as soon as you put it in there because the blood and plasma comes up and kind of covers it up. It's the same thing with yellows and light colors like that, so it's really easy to overwork the skin. So I definitely recommend, if you're first starting out, just don't worry about trying to do a tattoo like that, because it could take years and years to understand exactly how to do it correctly. Now, going on to that, how I use white for my tattoos would be with highlights. So one way you could use highlights is doing specific areas in your tattoo and adding little areas of white. I'll usually use a new liner. You want to make sure that you're using a new liner for these, because you could clean out your cartridge or your tube with your needle, but there's still going to be residual water in there, or maybe some extra ink, and white is so easily diluted, and you need it to be really powerful for it to hold up through time. So make sure you're using a new cartridge whenever you are using white. You know, if it's going to be a round shader or a liner, depending on what you're wanting to do, use a new one. It'll help you out, and it'll stay in there a lot better than having it mixed up with the water. So whenever I'm doing that, I'm going to choose specific areas, like a little dot in the eye, or a little area to where I want to do little highlights on it, which I'll show you a picture right here. So you can see that I didn't overpower this at all. I'll see new tattoo artists putting little dots everywhere on a design, or pretty much outlining the whole thing with white, which you use white just to kind of give an extra little pop to a specific area. You don't want to go overboard with it, or it just looks awkward and kind of loses its effect. So that's one big thing that you want to think about. Don't go overboard with white. I know once you start, it could be really easy to go through that and do. So the best advice I could give you is make sure that you are shading in your designs beforehand, you know, if they're going to be in color, and add white highlights on that. Sometimes I'll use a whiteout pen or a little gel pen that is white, so I could see the exact areas that I'm going to highlight in my tattoo. If you're using digital, you could do it that way as well, but plan everything that you do so you don't go step back from your tattoo, look at it and be like, wow, I messed this up because I put too much white in it. Another thing, the best way to have white hold up its color true is put one drop of like a mint blue or a light blue in your actual white. What that's going to do is add a little extra pigment, and it seems to hold up better through time. That's something I learned off a professional tattoo artist at a convention years and years ago that I never really thought about, but it seems to work great ever since I implemented that. So I'm going to show you a couple more tattoos that I have implemented white ink and white highlights into, so you can see exactly what I mean by adding highlights in specific areas. So this one right here, you can see where I put the highlights in them. I don't put too much, just the right amount to make the tattoo work. Here's another one, and here would be the last one. So you can see adding the white highlights will make all the dark areas pop out, all the middle tones, and everything just really works together. You could use it to test out middle grounds, backgrounds, foregrounds, all that stuff, and makes a great tattoo. So it's definitely something you need to learn how to do, but you just need to learn how to do it correctly. And also, I've been getting a lot of questions on how to tattoo, things like that, and I have a ton of videos out there that explain, you know, how to tattoo pretty much in detail. But if you're wanting to kickstart your tattoo career, I highly recommend you check out our Artist Accelerator program. Inside, it has in-depth, easy to follow details of how to become a professional tattoo artist, and easy to follow videos as well. Also, you'll be able to talk to me 3 times a week on live group chats. If you have any questions for me, you could jump on there and ask me pretty much everything. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to check it out. I hope this was able to help you guys out, and you have a wonderful day.